The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' Hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG. FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Sitting in for Angel Tussey is our friend Eric Huntsberger. Thank you for being here.
You bet. Thanks for the opportunity.
Having a great time hanging out with you. And as we enter into the holiday season, our next guest wants to remind us that the giving season doesn't have to be just allocated from Thanksgiving to New Year's. Instead, we can move into giving a year-round type of thing. Daryl Kelly was born and raised among 8 siblings in Boston, Massachusetts. And after starting his career as a vacuum salesman, he moved into the real estate business before entering his current profession as a restaurant owner. He greets his customers and treats his employees with love, unity, and acceptance, all of which are the themes in his book, The Book of UWGEAM. It's an acronym that he will describe for you. And Daryl Kelly, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you guys for having me. It's an honor to be on your show. And I thank you so much. It's that time of season where we need to talk about good things and gifts. I hope you got everything you wanted.
Yeah. Well, we're still working on that, I'm certain, Daryl, but I'm glad that you are here. Before we go too much further, though, do you pronounce the acronym in the title of your book differently than I do by spelling it out with the letters?
Well, I basically do, and a lot of people pronounce it wrong and right. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know I pronounce it as WUGEAM. And it's an acronym that stands for God of the universe, God of the world, God of all gods, God of everything, and God of anything, including me. There's 4,200 plus religions in the world, and I truly believe that we all come from God. And it's just too many gods and too many people, too many religions, and we're divided because of race and religion. But that means it's the whole entire continent. That's what that means.
So did you create that acronym, this UWGEAM?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was basically something that came to my mind, and I feel that the Spirit of God has moved me to do so. If the A came before the E, I don't know what the heck. I wouldn't know. It wouldn't even be any pronunciation to it.
I gotcha. All right. Well, so in this book, you talk about the fact that, whether, we're dropping a few dollars in the Salvation Army Red Bucket or writing a check to a local food bank, that these random acts of kindness, which I would suggest are intentional, are good for year round, not just during the holidays. Is that correct?
That is so correct. Christmas to me is every day. And every day we should love each other regardless of the holidays, because you never know when somebody's going to leave and go and meet our Maker. So I celebrate Christmas every single day. You can give to people, but try to give to people who is really in need, like they need clothes or water or food or something like that. And if you can, you do it. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful thing to know every day you have something to do. But a lot of people, they're in a hospital right now. They don't know if they're coming or going. So every day is a giving day.
So Daryl, this is Eric Huntsberger. Daryl, is there a way to, because I'll struggle with this, is there a way to keep the giving spirit going all year? How do you do that? What do you do in your life to make that happen?
Well, I'll tell you, Eric, and it's nice talking to you. I tell you what, every day when I wake up, I thank God for allowing me to wake up, and I look for the future of just keep living and being happy. If you make yourself miserable, then that's you. But a lot of people, they're unhappy for the littlest things when, in fact, there is bigger problems in the world. I don't care what problem a person has. I guarantee you there's a bigger problem than what that person has. So I just thank God that I'm not in a situation that I have to be miserable all my life. So giving has to be in your spirit. It has to be in your heart. You can't just, say, I want to start giving. You give because you want to, and you give because you can. And that's just the way I feel, Eric.
Okay. Let me follow up on that then. You give because you can. What do you say to a person who is struggling with the giving of whatever it may be? Maybe there's a homeless man on the street because they believe that the homeless person is going to either buy drugs or alcohol with it or misuse the gift. I had a conversation yesterday with somebody who said that they walked out of their office every day for a week and realized the same homeless person was there. And so finally they brought a sandwich and said, here, I want to give this to you. And the homeless person took the sandwich and threw it back at the person saying, keep your sandwich. I don't need this. How do you discern the stereotypes?
Well, with me, there is no stereotype. It's just in my heart. I'll give you an example. I'm at Denny's and I'm having dinner. As I walked out of Denny's, I see a young lady and a young man praying for a guy. And they were praying for him. And as I'm leaving, my mind just was like, wait, stop. And I stopped. I turned around. I said, I'm sorry for interrupting your prayer. And I gave the man a donation. As I'm walking to my car, the person came and followed me and says, hey, sir. I said, she says, you just gave this man $100? I says, no, I didn't. She says, yes, you did. I says, I gave him $200. And she says, wow, why would you do that? How would you know what he's going to do with it? Is he going to go buy drugs or alcohol or whatever? And I said to her, I says, well, you know what? Being a man of God and being a Christian, if I'm going to pray for a person, I'm going to even invite them to come in and sit with me and ask them, are they hungry? Yes, a person can use prayer, but at the same token, they can use some money or something to eat because it's cold outside. And I told her, I goes, we never know if that's God or an angel in disguise testing what we do for each other. So I don't judge people. When you start judging people and start assuming, then at the end of the day, you won't help anybody because some people are in the situation because they had a real hard time. This man that I helped out, he was a retired vet. And at the end of the day, I found out later that he's been homeless for a very long time. And I tried to help him, but you can't help everybody. So I just gave up trying to.
All right. So I think I'm picking up what you're laying down. Our guest is Daryl Kelly. He's the author of the book of UWGEAM. Pronounce that for me one more time, please, Daryl.
The book of Woogiem.
Woogiem. All right. And where would you like our listeners to pick up a copy of that?
Well, they can pick up a copy by dialing our 800 number, 888-669-4441. They can follow us on Instagram as well, which is UWGEAM LLC. You see it, click on it, follow us, say that we were on your show, and we will be more than glad to get you a copy of the book. Most importantly, you can go to YouTube, and if you want to learn more about the book of Woogiem and about giving and having a love for people, the book signing that we did is on YouTube. Put the name in, Woogiem, UWGEAM, and you can see the book signing and give us your thoughts.
I love it. Daryl, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time.
I thank you guys, and I appreciate you, Eric, and I also appreciate you too, my friend Angel. And you guys have a very blessed day, and happy holidays to you.
Right.
And if you want a book, you guys can call in and get a book too.
Very, very kind of you. Thank you very much, Daryl. All right. Eric, he brings up some good points. And I think that you and your wife probably practice this as well. I know that Angel and I do, and that is the value of giving back to our community and to building into others.
Yeah, I agree. There's immense value in it. And, there's takers and there's givers.
Sure.
And I think most of us, Eric, I know you and Angel do, I want to be known for the giver.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And we don't give to be known.
No.
But it becomes kind of a byproduct of the giving, right?
Yeah.
When we give, people realize that there is somebody who is they're selfless, not selfish. And I think that makes all the difference in the world when we're talking about how we affect other people. And the biggest point that I took away from our conversation with Daryl is that it doesn't take a holiday season in order to reach out and affect somebody's life positively.
I agree.
Yeah. We'll be back right after these messages, folks. Don't go anywhere. Eric Huntsberger, Eric Raymer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network, home of positive business talk.
The